Oh man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is? Tuesday. Brewsday, Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! Grab a cold one. It's Brewsday Tuesday. Here's DreZ and Big Nate.
There's the sound we've been waiting for. Brewsday Tuesday brought to you by nobody.
Hey, we're
It's gonna
here.
be a hard habit to break, man. Brought to you by a Bermuda Airlines, which apparently is a thing. We saw that when we were in Fort Lauderdale. We saw Bermuda Airlines, and I turned to BB. I'm like, "Is that a?" I didn't know. She's like, "Nah, I don't know that." But then when we went to Bermuda, sure enough, there is a Bermuda Airlines, and they only have a few different airports and whatever, but apparently it's fantastic to fly there. We did not fly with Bermuda Airlines. We flew with American because you can fly directly to Bermuda now via Charlotte, and that is where we went. I don't even know how long ago. Like always, I go through all this effort to bring back beer and stuff to drink, and then we don't get to it for a long time. So I don't even know. I guess that was like a month ago at this point.
That's what it feels like.
It feels like it. But either way, so I did bring back some beer from Bermuda, including a special one that from a brewery around here that we do really like that you can only get in Bermuda. It's brewed specifically for Bermuda. We'll get
Okay.
to that one. But first things first, Bermuda is actually known for, and I've done this on the show, Gosling's rum is made there. They also make the Goslings, the
Ginger beer.
ginger beer. So they do the dark and stormies when you put those two together. So that's a big thing. The dark and stormy cocktails over there and the swizzle cocktails are the two big things that Bermuda is known for. Now, I'm more of a dark and stormy kind of guy. And so when I saw that they had the dark and stormy pre-made cocktails, I figured we got to give those a whirl. So I bought every flavor that I could get my hands on. I have the original in my hand that I just popped. You have pineapple, and then we also have mango over here. So we'll give these a shot. I'm guessing it's going to be delicious.
I would wager so. It's made by Goslings, so they know their product better than anyone else.
And honestly, I figure we should probably. So I just popped the original. If you want to hang on, I'll hand you the original because you feel like you got to start with the original, right?
Yeah.
So I just poured it in my taster. If you want, you can grab that and give that a shot as well.
Now,
So
you don't watch a sequel before you watch the OG, unless you're my father.
oh yeah, that drives me crazy. I
He's
can't do
notorious
that.
for that. And then like the whole time he's like leading up to watching it. If I didn't see the first, will I be able to follow? It's not a funny joke, Dad.
Some
Just
of
watch the first. Do your due diligence.
Some of them are self-contained enough that you can get away with that, but for the most part, you got to go in order.
The only sequel I can think of that I really enjoyed and never saw the original is The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, The Metal Years. And that's a documentary, so you really don't
Yeah.
need to see the OG.
Well, but here, where are you on? So say something comes out and then they release a prequel. Don't you see? I would feel like you need to watch the original thing first and then the prequel, but I guess in theory you could start with the prequel. But like imagine starting with episode 1 and not having seen the old originals of 4, 5, and 6, Star Wars. Like that doesn't seem right to me. I feel like you definitely
With those, you definitely. I'm trying to think of a scenario where, I mean, I'm more likely to just skip the prequel altogether. Like, I've still never seen The Hobbit. That's one of my all-time favorite books. Never seen the movie.
No, me neither. Actually, now that you mention it, I did watch all the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and all that. I don't think I ever saw The Hobbit. Prequels tend to suck. Let's be honest. The reason I bring that up was, House of the Dragon, or whatever.
I've not
the
watched Game
prequel
of
Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. So BB's big into that. And when House of the Dragons was coming out, she was so excited. But I was like, I don't want to watch it until I see Game of Thrones. So I told her, I was like, well, you're gonna have to wait. She couldn't wait. She watched it and then rewatched it with me once we watched all of Game of Thrones. Because granted, you could watch the other stuff first, but you have a different outlook on watching it, having known what's happening in the future. And I think that's part of it. There's it's not, and not necessarily the Game of Thrones one, but any sort of one. There's going to be little drops of this and that if I hadn't seen the original stuff, I'm not going to get because, and I'm not going to get to enjoy that. Oh, that's what, that sort of moments. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, in this case, that doesn't apply because the original Dark and Stormy was the original Dark and Stormy. I
Yes.
wouldn't call the pineapple or mango a prequel.
So,
What
yeah.
if we took the mango out?
Yeah, we went on a bit of a tangent there. Sorry about that. But yes, so for those that don't know, I believe the Dark and Stormy, it's just the rum and the ginger beer, if I'm not mistaken.
Which is a brilliant combo.
It's a great combination and an easy one to put just in the little cocktail cans. That's all the rage now is the pre-made cocktails in a can, which you have the original one over there. Do we have an ABV on that?
It is 7%.
7%. So not too bad. I'm assuming they're probably all 7%. But it says right on here, Bermuda's national cocktail. So I guess this one actually even beats out the Swizzle, which I'm totally fine with. Made with rum, ginger beer, and natural flavors, 7%. Produced and canned by Gosling's USA. Oh, USA. And Vermont, Middlebury. So they make these
You went
over
all the
there?
way to Bermuda.
Well, son of a bitch. I'll be damned. And not only that, but I saw a sign for these and I got excited. I then had to like track them down and stuff, go to like a few different stores looking for them. And
So I wonder if the ingredients got shipped to Vermont from Bermuda and then Vermont shipped it back.
Ships 'em back.
Seems like you could cut out a middleman. Looking at you, Vermont.
No kidding. No kidding. So full disclosure, I, went to Bermuda and was thinking, okay, we did check a bag. We went for a wedding and brought a bunch of crap. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess in theory I can bring back some booze to do another show. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind the whole trip. I've done, I think, a couple different Bermuda shows. I brought back beers, I brought back and done the cocktail thing. So I'm like, well, if something jumps out at me that seems like it could be show worthy, I will. We get to the airport in Bermuda. And as we're waiting for something, I don't know. I think we were trying to get some ginger beer because we had a check bag. I brought a bottle of bourbon to share with people at the wedding and whatnot. So we wanted ginger beer because we do bourbon. We do the Kentucky Mules with ginger beer, bourbon, a little lime, simple syrup. Pardon me. So she's looking in the duty-free kind of store for that. And I, of course, want to check and see what sort of whiskey scenarios they got going on. And I'll be damned if I go over there and see that they have the Slipknot Iowa whiskey. Now, that's not anything too crazy, except that Bermuda is a UK territory. So it wasn't the ones you might have seen here in the States, the number 9 or whatever. This was the anniversary one, which I had never seen before, that's got like the Iowa logo on the front or whatever. So I didn't buy it mainly because BB's getting on my ass about having too much whiskey. So, but I was thinking about how that could pair really nicely with the blackened Metallica whiskey. We've never done that on the show. So I'm like, all right, well, if we go back to the airport, I'll pick up a bottle and I'll fit it in the check bag or whatever. On the way into the airport, they didn't have it. So I definitely should have bought that bottle because I just Googled it and I don't know if this is because it's going from wherever, but no, well, it was $62 or something. This right here, it says it's 200.
Yeah.
And that might be just because of what website I'm on or because it is, you can't really get it here. So I think I really messed that one up.
I think a lot of the times I've noticed when bands make alcohol, it seems like it gets marked up a lot of the time just because of its association with that band and being music merch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
like for instance, Maynard of Tool is a winemaker.
All of his wine.
All of his, like the Markin Vineyards wines are just absurdly priced. Like the cheapest one that they like mass produce is like $50 a bottle. For a bottle of wine, it's going to last you one night. No thanks.
Yeah. And honestly, that's how, I mean, we know that. You know that going into it. And chances are it's probably not even that good, but you want it for the
He's
bottle.
growing wine in the desert. The hell?
Yeah, I don't know. All right. So I already moved on to the mango. The original one's fine. It's tasty. It's good. I would probably rather just have the actual cocktail. I feel like the flavored ones might be a bit more appealing because if you just want to have a dark and stormy, just make an actual dark and stormy. Why get it in a pre-made canned cocktail? I guess maybe because it's easier, but
Convenience. That's
When you
purely
make it-
convenience, but it is pretty solid.
when you
for-
make your own though, you can make it as strong as you
it's
want.
higher than 7%.
It's definitely higher than 7%. So that being said, it was still delicious. I'll go ahead and untap it. I'm going to give it a 4.25. Now the flavored ones, I see the appeal of that a little bit more because, who has mango flavoring that they can add to their dark and stormy?
I don't carry pineapple around.
Exactly. And you got to think Bermuda. They're nice and tropical flavors to go along with sitting on the beach or whatever. I could certainly see the appeal of these flavors. And I'm not going to lie. I got the mango here. You're doing the
I'm
pineapple.
excited for that mango. This pineapple's like candy.
It's going down easy.
Oh my God. It's been a long time since I've had a beverage that has liquor in it. And my first thought was to just smile ear to ear. This is delicious.
Yeah, so I just look. These are they're funny cans. They're kind of like Red Bull style, like they're the skinnies, like Trulies, I guess. They're like
Yeah.
the Truly size cans. I double checked. It is 12 ounces. So
I was
Since
checking
this
the
is
ABV.
since this is a 4-ounce tasting glass, that means I can do another half pour of both of these. So I might do that because this is delicious.
No, this is so damn good. I mean,
Mm.
I don't know if we're ready to untap it, but this is a 5 for me.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
a 5, really?
And I don't love pineapple, but this reminds me of I can't remember what the candy is called. And something my grandmother always used to have in her house. It was a pineapple flavored candy. It came in these little like pineapple shaped wrappers, and it tastes exactly like that. So like
So
it
kind of like the
weirdly-
strawberry ones down the hallway.
Yeah, it weirdly just hit that nostalgia note for me. Oh, this
Mm.
is delicious.
All right, well that's pretty good.
But I would also figure out how to make my own so it'd be stronger.
So as I mentioned, there was the failed attempt at the whiskey, and I realized quickly at the wedding that maybe I should have gotten it because I was actually, I never really, I'd never met the groom. So it was this girl Kiki getting married, which was BB's a coworker and good friend in Bermuda. And BB was actually in the wedding. So she was like a bridesmaid or whatever. So I was going not really knowing anybody. But luckily they were very nice and they immediately put me in on the kind of like, this is the wedding. See, it's been too long. I'm trying to figure out how to pronounce it. Rakija. Rakia. So,
I can muddle my way through
do you know what
Spanish.
rakia is?
I do not.
All right. Well, so this guy, Kiki is, I think, Nigerian, but she was raised in like London or something. He was from, and oh man, I hope I don't get this wrong. One of those Eastern European countries.
Bosnia, Serbia,
No.
Czechoslovakia,
No,
which is
no.
now the Czech
Oh
Republic.
boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And now we're off the air. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's off the air. I want to say,
Was it one of the stands?
see, here's the thing. I should have been more prepared for this show, given
Well-
all this time.
It would be weird though, like taking notes, talking to a person. So, I mean, it's fair. Eastern European. Did he have a
Uh,
thick accent?
Slovakia,
Okay.
maybe.
Slovenia.
Maybe Slovenia. Oh boy. Well, I'm not going to tell him that I mentioned this on the show and send this to
We've
him
got a
'cause-
picture.
Long story short, Rakia is their version of moonshine.
Oh,
So basically, his brother or something had this sent over, and it was throwing me off because it was in like a plastic bottle, like a water bottle, basically. And I was like, "What is this?"
I've done that since high
But then
school.
it made sense. That was just for shipping. And I think they said they made it with plums, this one, and it was delicious. It went down very easy. It was so basically there was this whole sort of like, there were some groomsmen and other people just in the circle that they were nice enough to kind of bring me in, even though nobody knew me. And I was there sipping on this rakia, and they had beer and whatever else. But that was the big thing, was they had brought this special, moonshine-esque stuff from their homeland that was made, I think, specifically perhaps for this wedding. And it was quite delicious. And We didn't finish the bottle before the wedding, and I meant to follow up to see if there was any left over because I wanted to
Yeah.
bring that back for the show, but I was too hungover, and I'm assuming it all got drank. Let's be honest. I mean, I don't know why that would be laying around.
That's how a party like that goes.
But if you're ever around any Eastern Europeans and rakia is offered to you, you
Take
try
some?
it. You definitely would try it. It was delicious.
Do you like plums?
I don't eat them, but I like plum flavored stuff.
I was gonna
Just
say, yeah.
fine. I can do that.
I think plums underappreciated.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and you
Yeah,
already
I
did
gave it a 5.
What'd you give the original?
4.25.
4.25 is what I did that as well. I would say the flavoring bumps this one up as well. I think I like the mango a little bit better. I'm not throwing out 5s all willy-nilly, but maybe the pineapple one is that good. The mango one is delicious as well. You can have it a try, and when we come back, you can give your 2 cents there. But it is quite delicious. I'm going to give this one at least, it's an easy 4.5. Plus, it's 7%. Might even say 4.75, man. Might start getting in on the these pre-made cocktail stuffs. I don't even know if it's on Untapped. I didn't check that, but if it is, great. You can friend us on there. DreZ Drinks is my handle. Big Nate Danger across from me. We will take a quick break. We're going to play a song. We're going to come back and we're going to drink some beer. And I'm going to tell you a little thing or two about. So I got 2 beers. One is special to Bermuda by a North Carolina brewery. And the other one, the beer has a story to it. And it'll be interesting. I'm going to quiz you on some stuff.
Oh boy.
All right. It's Brewsday Tuesday, Bermuda edition. You should probably stick around.